What's up, Bills Mafia? So, what did we learn from the Buffalo Bills win over the New York Jets this past Sunday? Well, the Joe Brady experiment is so far looking pretty good. But before we get to that, let's get to that intro.
This is PZ Music.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you. Well, Bills Mafia, what did we learn from the Buffalo Bills win over the New York Jets this past Sunday? What we learned is the Joe Brady experiment is going pretty good so far. And that's great. Great for Bills Mafia. That's great for the Buffalo Bills. And it keeps our playoff hopes alive. So, without further ado, let's get this thing started. By the way, shout out to Bills Wire once again for creating this article. Here we go. Still alive. Look at Sean McDermott over there, huh? Looking all snazzy. Doesn't have his glasses on. Didn't wear his glasses this game. Come on, man. Where are those clear designer glasses? By the way, a lot of people are saying those are women glasses. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I'm not a glasses expert or anything, but anyways, maybe he heard people making fun of him. He did not wear them this Sunday. So there's still a lot of work to do for the Bills with a couple of very tough matchups en route next, including the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 12. But with the loss against the Jets, Buffalo's season was over. The Bills needed a division and AFC win and got it. If they wanted to hope for a return to the postseason. Sean McDermott's team looked ready to play, and that hasn't always been the case this season. Yeah, man. I'm going to tell you, man, all phases came to play, man. Special teams. I mean, the game started off with a bang, right? Reggie Gilliam with an unbelievable tackle and forced that fumble, got the Buffalo Bills the offense, got the offense of the Buffalo Bills right on the field. I would have liked a touchdown there, but hey, we got points off that turnover. And then Reggie Gilliam again with another hit right the following kickoff. Reggie Gilliam, man, was on fire that game, and so was the rest of the team. I really felt. Now I will say this. I thought the offense came out a little slow, right? But as the game went on, you saw the difference between Joe Brady and Ken Dorsey's play calling. Because, guys, it is the same playbook. Go and watch, what's his name? Kurt Warner. He did a breakdown of the Buffalo Bills offense. It's the same offense. Guys, there's no difference between what you saw in the Broncos game compared to what you saw against the Jets. The only difference is, one, execution was a lot better. Two, there was a lot more motion, okay, going on with Joe Brady. So I felt like once Joe Brady kind of got settled into this game, and by the way, the Jets have the toughest defense in the NFL. Young, fast, can tackle. They got great defenders on everywhere on the line. The corners are great. Their safeties. They're not really missing, and they have no weak spot on the defense. That is a very tough opponent to go against. And I got a lot of comments, by the way, from not a lot, but I got a few comments from, I don't know if it's Bills Mafia or outsiders. We're just like, oh, you're so happy you beat the Jets. Sorry ass Jets. That's not like if you're Bills Mafia and that's what you're saying, then you're missing the big picture. We all know the Jets offense is putrid. It's terrible. It's the worst in the NFL, right? They're right up there with the Patriots, right? They're really bad. but their defense is damn near elite. Okay, go back and look at any of the Jets games against they played against top opponents, right? Really good offenses, and they've shut them down for the most part. By the way, we scored 32, which was the most points the Jets defense have allowed all season. So yes, I think Bills Mafia could feel a little happy that their offense got on track and scored 32 against that defense. We knew that the Jets offense stinks. We knew our defense was going to step up. And I felt like our defense played even better the second time around. But we're not like, oh, whoa, we beat the greatest team on the NFL, the Jets. Like, nobody's saying that. I'm happy because our offense actually looked good. And it hasn't looked good in over a month. And it really hasn't looked good all season. So, yeah, I think we're allowed to be like, hey, that's a good sign, especially when we're trying to make the playoffs. So, anyone that's a Debbie Downer in this situation, it's Bills Mafia. It's like, oh, it's the Jets. You're not looking at the big picture here, right? In this game, we all knew going into this game, what did we want to see? We wanted to see our offense play better. Had nothing to do with the defense playing better or holding down the Jets' powerful offense. We knew that wasn't the case. The whole big deal was, can the Bills' offense actually do something with a new coordinator against that defense? And they did. They put up 32 points. So stop with the hating, because we're not here throwing a parade because we beat the Jets. We're out here happy because our offense actually woke the fuck up and did something. So stop with the stupid comments about y'all beat the sorry ass Jets. Get the fuck out of here with that. Like, I'm tired. I can't stand dumbass comments. If you're gonna send me a comment here, listen, bring something with it other than you beat, like, we had a guy on, real quick story, and I'll get back to the rest. We went live the other day, post game, when we beat the Jets on Sunday. And there was a 49er fan in the chat. And God, I really hope you're watching this right now, whoever the hell you were. By the way, I don't mind if other fan bases come into our stream. One, it helps my channel. I could give a shit. And two, I just don't mind if you're actually gonna bring some intelligent conversation other than just you trolling, then fine. Like, cool, man. I appreciate you watching, appreciate you commenting. You're actually bringing some knowledge, whatever, some decent conversation to the chat. But this guy, first comment, Purdy's better than Allen. Okay. And then he said something else like Denver owns you or Denver's a better team. And I'm like, dude, are you retarded? So because Denver, do you know the 49ers lost to Minnesota, you idiot? And I'm a realist. I know the 49ers are better than Minnesota, but I'm not going to go on a 49ers channel, especially after they win a game, and go, oh, the Minnesota's better. Minnesota's a better team than 49ers. Like, why? Because they any given Sunday, they happen to beat you that day. So that makes them a better team? No, it doesn't. Stop. It's such stupidity. It's just like, I would never say that because it's just stupid. So I just don't get fan bases sometimes. And if you're going to troll, at least fucking have some knowledge behind it, because I'll tear your ass up. Anyways, moving on. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest because I can't stand that, man. One, for me, I'll be honest with you. One, and I get it. There's Buffalo Bills fans that go to other channels, like other fan bases, and want to, whatever, and that's okay. I'm not bashing you for doing that. But I hope you don't go there to troll and just talk stupid nonsense. That's something I refuse to do. One, I don't do it at all. I just don't. I don't care what. Now, I'll go on my buddy Ace Per Head's channel. He's a Dolphin fan, Curtis, but he also covers the Bills a little bit, and he's a good guy. He's not going to sit there and, act like an idiot. He doesn't come to my channel and act like an idiot. And I wouldn't certainly do that for him, on his channel. But anyways, yeah, I just don't do it. I don't care what anyone else is talking about their team, just not for me. I'll go on other Buffalo Bills content channels, sure, why not? But it's just not what I do. But anyways, if you're gonna do it, don't troll. Be smart about it. That shit's gonna wind up kicking you in the ass. I remember last year all the Viking fans that came here and trolled us on my channel. I mean, dude, all week long. It was probably the worst fan base I've ever dealt with since starting this channel. And I told them, all right, y'all gonna get y'all gonna get what's coming to you. Y'all want to come here, talk shit like you're the greatest team that year. All right. Because most of the NFL think you guys are a joke and you guys are getting on these lucky victories. It is what it is. But I'm telling you right now, all that trash talking is going to bite you right in the ass. Sure enough, bit him right in the ass down the stretch. So get the fuck out of here with that. Don't, be humble. Honestly, be humble. I try to be humble here. But man, a lot of fans just fan bases aren't humble. And it's like, and most, I got to say too, a lot of these fan bases that aren't humble, they don't even barely watch your team. They watch when they win. They don't watch when they lose. You know what I mean? Like they're not diehard fans. They're bandwagon fans. They jump on when the team does good. So get the fuck out of here with that. Anyways, all right, moving on. I'm sorry, guys. I had to go on with that. All right, let's go. Brady shows improvements. The 32 points the Bills scored against the Jets was the most that Gang Green has allowed since 2021. How about that? See, I didn't even know that since 2021. I was saying this season. See, y'all coming here talking that trash. Bills, the New York Jets. Like, then you don't, like I said, once again, you're not seeing the big picture here or why that game was so important for the Buffalo Bills, especially on offense. There was plenty of motion and movement on Buffalo's offense, which was a welcome change of pace. That's a heck of a debut for Joe Brady, who took over as OC following Ken Dorsey's firing this past week. Now, Brady must adjust again because in no time, the NFL is going to catch on to what he's doing. They always do. And guys, we have a huge matchup against Philadelphia this Sunday. I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. We got 6 games left. 6 games. Buffalo, I would say, honestly, guys, can afford to lose 1 game. And it's a gauntlet of teams, man. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat this. You got at Philadelphia. They're a tough team, guys. Both sides of the ball. That is not in Philadelphia. That crowd they have a good crowd, good fan base. So we better bring it. Then you got a bye week. Then you got 8 at KC. Y'all know how those Chiefs games go. They're never easy. Andy Reid owns Sean McDermott. Let's be real. Then you got, I believe we're home against Dallas, which their defense is damn good. Their offense can be streaky. Then you're at LA, which they're a weird team, and they can play good at any Sunday. They can pop off. They're just a weird team. I don't know what to say. And of course, they'll pop off when we play them. So it's not a gimme. I know their record is not the best, but once again, that team can put up points any given Sunday. That's just the way they are. There's an oddball team. They need new coaching. And then you got the Patriots at home. Okay, that's a gimme. And then at Miami, last game of the year. Once again, a very good team in Miami Dolphins. We can't lie about that. They're a good team. So we have a tough schedule, guys. We can afford maybe 1, maybe 2. Maybe that gives you 10 wins, and I don't know if 10 gets you in. I mean, the playoff picture right now, the AFC has some tough teams right now. So we'll see, but it's a step in the right direction, beating the Jets. Obviously, AFC, it's a division game. Once again, Joe Brady, our new OC, against that defense. So I was happy to see that. Now, I will say this for Joe Brady. he needs to be creative moving forward, meaning he needs to show a different Buffalo offense every time we hit the field. Can't show the same old, because like this article said, and like I've said, NFL defenses have looked at the film. They know what we're going to do. We're Ken Dorsey's offense, everybody knew it, right? Like it was nothing to it. And I'm hoping Joe Brady understands this, that you cannot show the same thing week after week, right? You can't be predictable. That's what Ken Dorsey's offense was, predictable. They saw it on film. They knew exactly what we were going to do. We had no different game plan week to week. You can't do that in the NFL, right? Defenses love watching film. That's what they do all week. Offenses too, like, right? That's part of the weekly training. You watch the film on your opponent, you know what they're going to do. And the Buffalo Bills offense was so predictable. And they saw us line up and they go, oh, here's what they're doing. And Ken Dorsey never did any in-game adjustments. Got to give Joe Brady credit this past Sunday because things weren't going great or smooth out the gate. We scored 3 field goals. We need to score touchdowns in the red zone, folks. Field goals aren't going to do it against top-tier teams. So as the game went on, you saw Joe Brady starting to do some more in-game adjustments, more motion, getting other players involved, Shakir, Ty Johnson, showing different looks than the Jets weren't used to seeing. That's what he needs to do moving forward. So against Philadelphia, what are they going to expect? All right. Well, we know Stephon Diggs is the guy. So all right, we're going to double him. We're going to play him more physical. Okay, we know now Dalton Kincaid's more involved. We're going to stick with him. Uh-oh. What about the Shakir guy? Right? Now they're running the ball more. Uh-oh. Like, so that's what I'm talking about. Not being predictable, switching it up, more motion. You got to be creative. You got to do in-game adjustments. And I saw that from Joe Brady in his first game as OC. So, like I said, he needs to continue this. He needs to understand you need to do this in-game adjustments. You got to be creative. Your game planning has to be different week in, week out. You cannot be the same predictable offense. And I know that's tough, by the way. This is not his playbook, right? He's just going on the playbook that was handed to him. He's just sprinkling his own stuff in his own, right? His own seasoning on it. And obviously play calling, calling the right plays at the right time. And I think that's another thing Ken Dorsey didn't do well. He also, for me, his biggest flaw was not knowing his players' strengths and weaknesses, right? So know what Hardy does well, know what Sherfield does well, know what Gabe Davis does well, know what Josh likes more than what he doesn't like to do, right? Get this team back to what they like to do and have some fun out there. And I thought we all saw that against the Jets. So, all right, moving forward. Shakir breakout. Look at Khalil. And by the way, I've been saying this, and matter of fact, me and Mike have been saying this about Khalil Shakir for a long time, really since his rookie year, that this dude is going to be a good receiver in the NFL if given the opportunity. And I thought he was given the opportunity last year. He had some struggles as far as blocking goes. He had a couple drops, but I thought what I saw last year was a mature player who was ready to play in the NFL. And he had some decent games, man, last year. Just wasn't given a lot of opportunities, a lot of snaps. This year, because of the injury with Dawson Knox, you're starting to see Khalil Shakir get used more in this offense. I love to see it. I really do, because now you're starting to see Shakir being one of the better receivers in the NFL as far as catch rate goes. I think he's only dropped 2 passes, guys. I saw a stat the other day. He's like number 1 in that category. So it's crazy. And I think Dalton Kincaid is number 1 amongst tight ends and 5th overall. I was something like that. And mind you, you have to have a certain amount of catches, So crazy, man. The Bills have been started for consistent production for someone other than Stephon Diggs. I said, let me reread that. The Bills have been starved for consistent production from someone other than Stephon Diggs. One of the best signs from Brady's debut. The Bills put up 32 points against one of the NFL's best defenses without their number one receiver doing much. Stephon Diggs was held to 4 catches for 27 yards. Instead, it was Khalil Shakir who had a massive game for Buffalo's offense, including his 115 yards with an 81-yard touchdown. Still, Gabe Davis didn't have a single catch. While Brady did praise his efforts following the win, not even one. That game, I gotta say though, there wasn't many. If you go down, I don't have the stats pulled up, but I think Stephon Diggs had like 6 targets, 3 receptions, something like that. Khalil Shakir, 4 targets, 3 receptions. No targets for Gabe. Dalton Kincaid had 4, I believe. Like there wasn't a lot of targets going to receivers and tight ends in this game. Just wasn't. It's not how the game was played. We ran the ball a lot. And we had some big chunk plays. The Khalil Shakir 81-yard touchdown. The Ty Johnson, I believe his was like a 30-yard touchdown. So we just had chunk plays that winded up getting the touchdowns, but there wasn't a lot of targets throwing the receivers. And you got to credit the Jets defense for that as well. They're like I said, tough team, but we got the job done. We went, we did some in-game adjustments. We went to different players other than forcing the ball to Stephon Diggs the whole time, forcing the ball downfield to Gabe Davis, right? We didn't do that this game. That's how the first game was a disaster. Forcing it downfield, interception. Forcing it again downfield, interception. Forcing it to Stephon Diggs in double coverage, interception. Right? We went and we had a totally different game plan. We took what the defense was giving us. We used other players other than what they've seen in the past, which was typical Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Dawson Knox when he was in there, right? We went this time more to Dalton Kincaid, which we didn't do much the first game. We went to Ty Johnson, who, trust me, there was no way in hell they thought Ty Johnson was going to be any factor. He was going to do anything in this game. So it was smart. It was really, really smart. The game plan, the in-game adjustments. So you got to credit Joe Brady. All right, next up. And Khalil Shakir, by the way, speaking back to Khalil real quick. I'm telling you guys, this guy is going to be a good player in the NFL. Is he a quality? I know a lot of people are saying, oh, he could let him be the number 2. He's not a number 2 right now, guys. He's just not. However, doesn't mean he can't be your second option. He's just not. He plays a different role than Gabe Davis. I can see him being more used in the slot more and being our Cole Beasley type of receiver. By the way, yards after catch, phenomenal. But I still believe we need a number 2. And I think we can get that in the draft. I do. There's going to be a lot of good receivers coming out in the draft. And they're going to be there in, round 2, round 3, because there's so many. So I think we need a bigger, faster type of receiver, like a DK Metcalf type of receiver. Now, Shorter is interesting, but Shorter's injury history is worrisome. So I wouldn't rely on Shorter. I would definitely. I mean, I'm not saying Shorter can't do anything. We have him on the team. We'll see what happens when he gets healthy, and he has to clean up some of his stuff, like his route running. But I think we should go through the draft. I think we should draft a bigger receiver, more physical receiver with that has some speed to him to complement Stephon Diggs, and then use Khalil Shakir in a slot. That's it. And then of course you got Dalton Kincaid, who's also is going to be one of the better tight ends in this league years to come. I'm telling you guys, he's already. I think he's almost up to 500 yards receiving, and we're just really now starting to use him. So. I mean, imagine if we actually started using Dalton Kincaid way early on. Who knows how many yards? He's up to 5. I think he would have had at least 7 by now. Just saying. All right, next up. They could take it away, or Rasul can. Rasul. The Bills haven't recorded an interception since their Week 4 win over the Miami Dolphins. That was well before Buffalo landed Rasul Douglas at the 2023 NFL trade deadline. The cornerback made sure the Bills could still take the ball away, all by himself. Douglas had 2 interceptions and then recovered a fumble. That's a great day for any defender. Absolutely. Thank God Brandon Beane pulled the trigger. I was so concerned that he wasn't. Time was a ticking on the trade deadline that day. I mean, we were at like 3:30, I think. 4 o'clock's the deadline. So he finally made it happen. He got the Buffalo Bills a corner, a much needed corner, a ball hawk corner. And I love he is 66'2". He doesn't have like lightning speed or anything like that, but he has decent speed and he can get back on the ball, make a play on the ball when he gets beat. That's something that Trey White did very well, get back in the play. Because Trey White, same thing. He never had that elite speed, but Trey White was a guy that could always get back in on the play and make a play on the ball and make it, disrupt the pass. So that's something that Rasul Douglas does very well. And he's also a ball hawk. That's something that Trey White never did well. He was more of a sticky defender, get back in the play, swat the ball, get good hit, whatever. But he wasn't like Rasul Douglas, who's actually a ball hawk and gets interception. So he had 2 on the day. He had the fumble recovery. Shout out to Dotson, who I'm not a fan of, but I'm not going to hate on him. He had a good game. And he knocked that ball away, and Douglas got the recovery. But we needed this player, guys. We really, really did. We'll see what we do with him in the future. He still has 1 year left on his contract here. But I think it's like 11 million, something like that. If they're smart, they give him an extension, spread that contract, so we're not hit with such a big salary cap hit next year with him. Plus, he gets to stay here a couple more years, right? And then you can decide what you want to do with Trey. But Rasul Douglas, I'm telling you guys, he's a good defender, good corner. We needed him. And it's just good to see him get those turnovers. And I think his 3rd game with us. So, all right, next up. And not give it away. Look at Josh. You're not getting an interception on me today. Well, except for the Hail Mary, which is so stupid, by the way. Why even call that play at the time? And that's more McDermott. Anyways, what really wasn't in Brady's control in terms of improving the Bills' offense was their knack for turning the ball over. Whatever he might have tried worked. The Bills essentially had no turnovers against the Jets. The only one came as time expired heading into halftime. Allen just tossed the deep ball with 0 on the clock, but that's not exactly a true giveaway. That's right. Yeah, I thought Allen's play was smart. I thought he took what the defense was giving him. The interception, the Hail Mary, by the way, in the first half was just stupid. Stupid play call. Makes no sense. You don't call that there. But anyways, I thought, like I said, overall, I thought he had a really, really good game. He didn't fumble the ball. When he did take off and run, when he ran, he was smart about it. He slid. He went out of bounds. He didn't take any unnecessary hits where he could fumble the ball, right, when he was running it. Also, the rest of the team, there was no fumbles by James Cook, no fumbles by the receivers. Everybody protected the ball. Dalton Kincaid, right? He had the fumble 2 weeks ago against the Bengals. He held on to the ball real good. So, yeah, it was a clean game as far as the offensive turnovers go. I believe on defense we had 4, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, really, really clean game. We won the time of possession as well. So, anytime you win turnover battle and time of possession, you're going to win the game. I mean, 99% of the time you should win that game. So anyways, guys, that's that's pretty much the takeaways right from that game, how I see it. Now what did I want to say real quick to you guys before I let you go? Oh, by the way, real quick, so Thursday, which is usually Mafia Means Family podcast, is not going to be on because it's Thanksgiving. So, I hope you guys understand that. And I will try to do something on Thursday for you guys. But it's football day, 3 games on. Um, People are enjoying Thanksgiving. And by the way, guys, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys enjoy everything, enjoy all your food, enjoy football, stress-free because the Buffalo Bills aren't playing Thursday, right? We're playing Sunday. We can stress then. But stress-free football Thursday. By the way, Friday is the Jets and Dolphins. I think this is the first ever Friday, Black Friday football game that I can remember. I could be wrong, but I don't recall them ever doing a Black Friday football game. So that's going to be cool. So we have football Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday we have college and Sunday NFL. Man, it's a football week, baby. So, man, once again though, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I will be doing a report card for those who want to join the Mafia Sports Report page. It's $4.99 a month. And I do exclusive videos just for members only. And I'll be doing that video shortly. So, and that only goes to the members. So, listen, you don't have to become a member of Mafia Sports Report. Subscribing is awesome for me. Like I appreciate you guys just taking the, giving me the opportunity and watching this channel. But if you do want to help out this channel grow a little bit, support this channel, that, believe it or not, man, $5 a month goes a long way. It really does. So I appreciate the ones that have subscribed. I appreciate my members, obviously. And I love all y'all, man. Bills Mafia, I wouldn't be here without you. It's been an awesome journey. I started this in 2020. I had no idea that I would be here with 5,000 subscribers. 3 years later. It's been crazy, man. I met a lot of cool people along the way. I met a lot of not so cool people along the way as well. But it's all good, man. All good. I'm having a blast doing this. And thank you so much. So, Bills Mafia, I love you as always. Go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace.